demonstrate here at the NPF National Cybercrime Center this afternoon. The Nigerian Police Force dismantles major unauthorized digital identity verification syndicates as NCCF arrests 8 decommissioned fake domain in crackdown on illegal access to NIMC database. The Nigerian Police Force, through its National Cybercrime Center, has recorded a significant breakthrough in the high-profile cybercrime investigation involving unlawful access to a critical national information infrastructure. This milestone follows a formal petition submitted to the Inspector General of Police, IGP PhD, NPF, by the Director of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, alleging unauthorized access, distribution, and commercialization of personally identifiable information, PII, of Nigerians. During this specialized investigation, the Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center uncovered a sophisticated syndicate operating through multiple illicit online platforms, illegally interfacing with the National Identity Database. The actors behind this heinous act were Hamzat Lukman and Babalola Tolani Suleiman, were subsequently arrested in Kwara and Lagos State, respectively. Hamza Lukman, a software developer, created and hosted the domain goverify.com.ng on behalf of Tolani for commercial verification purposes. He also is responsible for 3 other domains hosted for the same purpose. Further investigation led to the arrest of other threat actors, including Nora Bello, aka who is also a software developer, Ibrahim Abubakar, who is linked to idfinders.com.ng, Shuara Kende Muruddin, Abubakar Hamisu, Abdullahi Salisu, and Ashiru Sani. The Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center was able to achieve this great feat through the use of digital forensic techniques, which aided in identifying these threat actors and domains involved in this unlawful sale and verification of NIN-linked PPI, that is, personally identifiable information. These domains have, however, been successfully deactivated. Meanwhile, other domains used to perpetrate this cyber intrusion include verifymynin.com, tryplus.ng, goverify.com.ng, idfinder.com.ng, verifyforme.com.ng, subpoint.com.ng, verify.datashop.com.ng, championtech.com.ng, anyverify.com.ng, cremtech.com.ng, nickverify.humanity.com.ng, inventure.com.ng. I wish to address this gathering today that efforts are being intensified to apprehend other shadow perpetrators who engage in illegal distribution, commercialization, and unlawful access to government databases, and dismantle syndicates responsible for carrying out cyber-related crimes and offenses. The Inspector General of Police has again reaffirmed the commitment of the Nigerian Police Force under its able leadership to combating all forms of cyber crimes, as well as safeguarding national digital assets, reinforcing data privacy, and protecting the integrity of citizens' identification data. Thank you very much. Members of the press, we meet, like I said, with the DG NIMC, and you hear one or two from her, and also the director of the NPF National Cybercrime Center will also say one or two concerning this investigation before we take questions. Thank you.
Thank you to the first PRO. The National Identity Management Commission remains steadfast in its mission to protect the integrity of the Nigeria's national identity database by dismantling criminal networks engaged in unauthorized enrollment, fraud impersonation, and data manipulation across the country. Through coordinated efforts with security agencies like the NPF, National Cybercrime Center, the DSS, and also all of the key security apparatus, robust and internal enforcement measures have been taken, and NIMC has been able to achieve significant breakthroughs in disrupting illegal activities nationwide in collaboration with the security agencies. NIMC reiterates and also continues to urge Nigerians to avoid patronizing unauthorized agents or business centers and to access need services only through approved enrollment centers. If you go to the NIMC official website, which is www.nimc.gov.ng, you will be able to find a list of approved front-end partners for you to be able to go and carry out your enrollment. All modification has been stopped nationwide, which means that there's only one approved link for modification, which you will also find on the website. What we are going to do is ensure that in the last quarter of the year, we will do a lot of citizen engagement tours in all the 6 geopolitical zones to reiterate what the benefits of the need are, and also to educate citizens on avoiding pitfalls and becoming victims of identity fraud. NIMC has been able to safeguard the citizens' data by recently upgrading all of our key services across enrollment in the diaspora, enrollment locally, to ensure that there is seamless access to our services, ensuring efficiency across all products that we offer. And we have also designed the pre-enrollment portal to allow citizens at the comfort of their own home to go online, pre-enroll their information, and also select the centers that they would like to go to ensure enrollment is done and their biometric data capturing is done at any of the centers. Approved NIMC centers, including front-end partners. What we'd also like to share with you is in safeguarding the citizens' data, we have also done the NIMC, introduced the application which allows citizens to download the application, and you're able to use your biometrics to authenticate that you are who you say you are, and be able to carry out your seamless, secure, and effective transaction using that application. The application is safe, and we have also then strengthened our cyber security, which is happening as I speak right now internally, to ensure that citizens' data is protected and safeguarded at all costs. I would like to use this opportunity to thank the security agencies. I always say that their job is a thankless job, but NIMC is here to say a big thank you, especially to the National Cybercrime Center for the sacrifices, endless sacrifices, and all the commitment they have put in place to ensuring that they tackle cyber crimes related to identity fraud. So on this note, I want to say thank you to the Nigerian Police Force. I would also like to thank the Department of State Security Services, the DSS, and also the Office of the National Security Advisor through the Office of the Counterterrorism Center. I want to say a big thank you. And also to Mr. President, we want to say a very big thank you to our Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, GCFR, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for his endless support in ensuring digital transformation of services in Nigeria. Thank you, everyone.
All right, we'll take one or two questions.
Good afternoon. My name is Molly Kileta. Good afternoon. My name is Molly Kileta, right from this morning. Madam, we know that a lot of Nigerians get frustrated getting this new registration. And in some cases, people have to pay money to get registered, to get their name. It has been a lot of frustration. People go through stress to get this, especially their banks, documents and SIM registration. Could it be as a result of this frustration that these people have to get themselves satisfied? And then on the police angle, I want to know how were these people arrested, and what's the way forward so that Nigerians don't get frustrated, getting registered with their name. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam, for your question. Just to clarify your statement, no hacking was done into the National Identity Database. If you had listened to what the PRO said, he clarified that people that disguise as agents of the NIN, basically meaning that they are illegal perpetrators, have been apprehended, arrested, and will face prosecution according to the federal government law. So these are people that perpetrate criminal activities. Now, regarding the NIMC's infrastructure, I came into an environment where no upgrade was done in 10 years. So which means that the system was designed without a scalable, it was designed without scalability in view. And what we have done and what made a lot of it slow was because we had reached our maximum cap of 100 million. But that system has been recently upgraded to be able to accommodate 250 million Nigerian registrations across board with the local front-end partner systems that we have. We have upgraded the software version that they're using. And the same for the diaspora enrollment. We have recently upgraded that. We did experience some teething issues as expected with all technology innovations, but that has been resolved. And we have been able to ensure that all the local FEPs and diaspora FEPs have been onboarded onto the different applications to ensure that Nigerians will soon start to experience seamless enrollment services. We're ensuring that we have a quick turnaround time, so which means that if you enroll, you should get your NIN instantly. Enrollment is free locally, so you do not pay for enrollment. But if you want to update or modify your data, you must supply the necessary documents required, and that requires a modification cost. So what then happens is, if you go to our website, you can see all of the costs of all of our different services on there. But enrollment is free to Nigerians. And another thing that we're trying to do is to decentralize the enrollment process from the local government to the world. So as we speak to you, we have some of our front-end partners that have started to go to the world level to ensure registrations of Nigerians. If we decongest the registration from the local government and decentralize it to the world level, we will be able to ensure that people are able to enroll hassle-free. So there's been a lot of upgrade from the front end all the way to the back end to make sure that the database remains robust and credible.
Okay, I just want to say something straight. One is that the NIMC database is safe and secure. When this case was reported, that was used all over all over Nigeria, that NIMC database was hacked. But when the case was reported to us, we conducted what we call vulnerability assessment and penetration testing to see where we have secured or whether there are vulnerabilities in the NIMC database. And what we identified was that there was no vulnerability. Because we wanted to use that as a starting point to be able to launch our investigation as cyber experts to be able to identify what actually went wrong. But for us to discover that it was safe, and of course there was no hack. Now, what actually happened that will go through our investigations, the outcome of the investigation was the existence of the third party. Okay, and we'll have those third parties, that floated what we call phishing link. So when you click on that phishing link, and those links looks exactly as if it's namespace link. When you click, it takes you to another, platform through your last card, and it will ask you your name, your confidential information. Of course, what you do is to harvest all those information, and of course, there's fees for that. So they created their own database, the third party. So most times, if you ask, they will produce because they've been able to harvest a lot of data from victims. And that is why we preach, before you click on any link at all, you must be sure of the link you're clicking. And if you, instead of taking you to the right database, if it takes you to another database that start asking of your confidential information, should be able to know that you're not in the right database. So the existence of third party, those that floated the malicious phishing links, were those that were harvesting, and of course they used it against them. They were selling, so people were selling, the links harvested. And of course, 14 domains were identified by NIMC, which they reported to us. When we verified the link, when we conducted our investigations, we discovered that they were all malicious, there was intentions. Okay? Based on that, we were able to arrest those behind those malicious domains. And we arrested them. And the prosecution will be done after this press release. Now, out of the 14 domains that were reported by NIMC, we've been able to take down 13 out of the 14 domains and no longer in existence. So it's a milestone, and it's a big job, and a big thing, a big success for Nigerian police force, for Nigerians, and of course for NIMC. And I really want to commend the TG for doing a good job. Now, there is only one single link through which you can actually have access to the NIMC's database. Thank you very much.
Any other questions? Yes, for the avoidance of doubt, there's only one link to the NIMC database, and it's free. You only pay when you need to modify your data, your personal information on the database. That is where the issue of wealth comes from. So if you are going to go through any backdoor, any sub-link to their link, it's a red flag. Nigerians should take note of this very well, so that they don't fall victims of identity theft, where they will not have to, on their own, answer for offenses or crime with the government. Thank you very much.
Sir, my name is Gary Daolamikon with GTV Africa. Sir, how many are these people in number?
I mentioned, I said it's total of 8 suspects so far have been arrested. And just like the CP said, out of 14 domains, 13 have been taken down completely. So they are no longer active again. Thank you. 8 suspects arrested. That brings to an end to this press briefing this afternoon. Thank you very much once again, members of the press, for your time, and have a pleasant day. Thank you very much.
You're home to GTV Africa, live from Abuja. You've just listened to the numbers of suspects arrested. 8 in the number were arrested in connection with the website, clone or fake websites produced to hack data of Nigerians. And with the help of the National Cyber Center, they were all taken down. The sites are now down, remaining only the site of the NIMC, We must give kudos to the National Cybercrime Center, another department in the police sector that carried out the job. It shows that irrespective of whatever plan or whatever game you plan, you will be arrested anywhere you find yourself. Be careful while you are giving information out, and those of you that are doing this. Till I come your way again, I'm Bemiga Olamiko. Subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, subscribe to GTV Africa, and I assure you that you get more information. And when you get more information is from GTV Africa at all times, especially breaking news. Till I see you again, I'm with you, Bemiga Olamiko.
See, hold on.